What? Shake and Bacon, this is Photon here, and today I have a discussion concerning the Nintendo Switch Online. It was recently brought out and revealed through Nintendo's website. And I'm here with my guest, Blake.
What's going on, guys?
And yeah, so they released a article on like the Nintendo site that states that this paid service will be called the Nintendo Switch Online, and that it was delayed to 2018, and it's going to come up with a mobile app that connects with the Switch, and with this it's basically their version of the PlayStation Plus or the Xbox Live Gold. And yeah, so what are your first thoughts on it, Blake?
Well, I mean, 2018, it's not too far away. I mean, we can still wait, and the fact of the matter is that it's still free until then. I mean, I think that'll give everyone a good chance to demo it, try it over, give their own personal thoughts.
Yeah, because like I hear that like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's online isn't so great, but like Splatoon 2 is like flawless and ARMS is flawless. Stuff like obviously between now and 2018, there's a lot of games coming out, especially some with online. So I feel like now people will be able to play other games so that they'll be able to trust Nintendo when they release it. And
just from what I've seen of Nintendo's current online, like with the Switch, it already seems to be better than the Wii U. As someone as one of the few people who owned a Wii U, I played Mario Kart 8 online or Smash Bros. Online, and sometimes even like the connection, it wasn't like my fault, but like sometimes the connection would get so bad. And I remember playing Brawl for Super Smash Bros. Brawl for the very first time on my Nintendo Wii. Never again. Never again. Nintendo's kind of been known to have really bad online.
And we know that the prices for a 1-month membership, it'll be $3.99. For a 3-month membership, it'll be $7.99, and then for a full year, it'd be only $19.99, which is incredible. Because looking at if you look at this table that you're seeing on the screen right now, PlayStation Plus, it's $9.99 a month, and it's $60 for an entire year. And then Xbox Live Gold is the same. So it's just price-wise, it's incredibly better than PlayStation and Xbox, which is awesome.
I think Nintendo's kind of just afraid to charge too much because they don't really know how much their fan base is going to react to this. Or, like, for example, like the PS3, that had free online because I'm guessing Sony had or maybe didn't trust that online would sell too well or anything like that. But Microsoft just went head first, and that seemed to work for them. But yeah, and then Sony started going paid, and people reacted well to that. So I feel like maybe we could see a price increase on it, unfortunately, if Nintendo gets enough people.
And we know that with the PlayStation Plus, when you have that service, you get a selection of like PS4 games every month, like for free. Then they go away after the month's over. You also get some PS3 and Vita games as well, I believe. Depending on which system, I think, right?
I'm pretty sure that if that works like how Games for Gold works with Xbox Live, then that sounds better, yeah.
And then with Xbox One, it's the same way with backwards compatibility with Xbox 360, or like Xbox 360 games on the Xbox One. And yeah, and so Nintendo's way of doing it is they're going to bring retro games like Balloon Fight, Dr. Mario, and Super Mario Bros. 3, and with that, they're also going to add online play to these old games, which is very interesting. It's like, of course, PlayStation 4 is getting Windjammers. They're bringing that to the PS4 with online, so they're doing that with like a bunch of classic games. And this is different. Nintendo stated that this is different from Virtual Console, and that Virtual Console is still not decided on yet. So this is different in some way, but yeah, very interesting. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, my first initial thoughts were, I mean, this isn't Virtual Console, of course. but these games that Nintendo's basically not rehauling them, but I'm guessing they're just going to take some stuff from the Virtual Console, spruce it up a bit, add some online support, maybe some voice chat as well, and make it a good thing. But my main like want for this is that we get some GameCube games, and then like they get to be put online, like Mario Kart 8 Double Dash or Star Fox Assault, like tons of games, or even Super Smash Bros. Melee. That game online with terrible connection. Oh, can you imagine? Oh, that would be hilarious. I'd love to watch that. But if Nintendo does this right, they can really cash in.
And as far as we know, that these classic titles will be available permanently. Like it's not going to go away in a month. They're permanent, so it's kind of like basically a Nintendo Netflix in a way.
Huh. So yeah, so then basically, if I'm to understand this right, you basically just pay $20 a year. Nintendo just gives you free games. Is that what I'm to believe here?
Pretty much.
That sounds a bit too good to be true. We'll have to hear what they say at E3 about it, if they talk about it at E3. That is.
Yeah, I feel like they'll definitely talk about it at E3. Since E3, of course, has a bigger audience. I don't think this article that that of course Gematsu and Nintendo everything and these other places are gonna report on. I still feel like it'll get out more.
Yeah.
If Nintendo will show everyone who's boss. Talking more about it at E3. So. Because they do that sometimes. They announce something and then right before E3, then at E3 they rehash it. Or,
E3 has a much bigger following, and if you really want to get your point across, E3 is the best way to do it.
Yeah. Although the mobile app does interest me. I'm curious how that's gonna work.
I take it you've seen like the hoary new headset thing with the Switch and the phone. I look at that and I'm just like, no, please, Nintendo, the Switch is basically a perfect console almost right now. It's doing so well. Please don't ruin it with this voice chat system. I'm pretty sure it's too late for that, but basically, if you want to do that, you don't even need the attachments or anything to connect to your Switch. Just go on Discord or Skype or TeamSpeak or whatever else people talk on nowadays, and then just hang out with people or just make your life easier like that.
Yeah. They have stated that in an interview with IGN, Nintendo said that this library will include only NES games at launch, and then SNES games are under consideration, but there's nothing to announce at this time.
Ooh, the thought just crossed my mind that I jumped right to GameCube games, but what about N64 games?
That would be really awesome.
N64 and GameCube. I want to say GameCube is my favorite era, but N64 is a close behind. I just absolutely adored some of the old games, like Cruisin' USA. That was one of my favorite on the N64. Mario Party 4, Super Smash Bros. 64. All those great games. Donkey Kong Country 64, which is already on the Virtual Console, I believe.
Maybe F-Zero X could have an online mode.
I could see it. Maybe they'll rehash F-Zero and then they'll kind of reboot it.
I can see them doing that, just to say, shut up, F-Zero fans, here's your F-Zero. I can see them doing that, unfortunately, but I can see them doing that.
I kind of hope you're wrong, because if we get anything F-Zero, I want it to be a new F-Zero, or even an HD. Or even if they're afraid to make a new F-Zero, take F-Zero GX or an old F-Zero game and remaster it, give it a new engine, make it HD 1080p 60, and go from there.
Maybe, I know that they released Ace Combat Assault Horizon on a 3DS, and then they released it again and called it Assault Horizon Plus, and with it they add amiibo support and a few other things. So if maybe they'll do something with that, make a F-Zero GX Deluxe or something, and maybe add amiibo, if you put in with Ace Combat Assault Horizon Plus, you were able to scan in a Mario amiibo, for example, and then you get a Mario skin on your plane. So maybe it'd be kind of cool if maybe we get amiibo skins in F-Zero GX. I don't know. I feel like however, GX is such an old game. I feel like that modifying the coding would be very difficult though.
Yeah, what you just mentioned sounds like them just making a new F-Zero with having amiibo support and stuff. But hey, Link already made it to the Mario Kart universe, so Link could make it to the F-Zero universe now. Think about it. And Ganondorf and Captain Falcon are so similar in Super Smash Brothers. Maybe Ganondorf actually is Captain Falcon's long lost father. They could make a story off this. Put it in the game. The game will sell like booty, but I'm sure someone will appreciate it.
And his vehicle is a freaking horse.
Yes. A horse just going at 3,000 kilometers an hour.
That'd be great.
Make it happen, Nintendo.
And then somehow has the energy system attached to it.
Yeah, you have to eat like wheat every time you drive by the chargers.
Now we know that it's releasing in 2018, but we don't know exactly when. I'm gonna guess like as soon as like January, like as soon as 2018 begins, January 1st, boom, it goes live.
January 1st. I feel like March is a very significant year for the Switch so far. March was the release date. March was when they released Breath of the Wild. March could be when they release this. March for me just feels like the time they're gonna do this.
Yeah, March does seem to be definitely an important month for Nintendo, like every year.
And hey, I think we've had a Nintendo Direct in March or April 1st, like every year for a good while now. So Nintendo definitely seems to favor that month or time of the year anyway.
With the Nintendo Switch Online, of course, you'll be able to purchase it through the eShop, like the service. You know, and you can use your credit card or your eShop funds, or you can also they'll have prepaid cards available, of course, just like with PlayStation Plus.
Oh, yeah, with PS Gold and stuff, yeah.
Gold. And what else was I gonna mention? Oh yeah, the PS Plus had it introduced cloud saving, which you were able to do, and then with Xbox it was already available, but Nintendo has no say on the matter at this time.
Knowing Nintendo, I don't see cloud saving being a thing until their next generation console at like the earliest, just because you know how Nintendo just likes to be Nintendo. Like they do what they want. They have their own schedule. And I don't know, Nintendo's servers have always been kind of jank, so I don't know how well cloud saving would work for Nintendo. But hey, I mean Nintendo seems to be doing a lot of firsts, so.
Yeah, and now that I think about it, I think when there was all the Switch patents and all that, you know, going everywhere, I do remember a cloud save patent, so who knows, maybe. It's possible.
Maybe.
I mean, it may not be, you know, very Nintendo-like, but I mean, it's still possible. But let's see, I guess I'll conclude with what are 2 NES games you would want to see as part of
SNES games?
No, NES. That you would
NES.
That you would want to see.
I'm definitely going to sound really illiterate, but I have not played any. I don't think I've played. I mean, there's been a few, but I mean, I've always been a fan of Mario Bros. So I'm just gonna go basic.
I think I would really like to see possibly Ice Climber.
Ooh, that could work.
And Excite Bike. I think I'd love to see those two.
Release Ice Climber to coincide with the release of Ice Climber in Smash Bros. 4 Deluxe, huh?
Who knows?
I can see it happening.
And and they also have Pac-Man on the NES, so they could definitely do that too. That'd be easy.
Oh, okay.
That'd be easy.
Okay.
I was about to say easy money. But this is free.
True.
That service is free, so that doesn't work.
Well, free for the people who.
Well, yeah.
Okay, anyway.
And, you know, for all people that are freaking out, like thinking, you know, Virtual Console is going to be, you know, only available to the people who have the subscription, no, you know, Virtual Console and, you know, this classic game selection thing are completely different things. And Virtual Console for the Switch is not yet decided. Of course, it's hard to predict what a game company means when they say that it's not yet decided. They may be lying, and you know they're going to surprise at E3. You know,
and especially when it's Nintendo.
You know, they just don't want to reveal that at this time. But you know, at E3 they'll announce it formally. You know, or they might be right. They may have not decided, but that would be a really weird thing if they haven't decided yet. But who knows?
Yeah, one thing I do want to talk about before we close off is the exclusive discounts. I mean, now Nintendo has this new system where, like, if it's your birthday, they'll give you discounts on very, very specific things. I'm really hoping they'll rework their whole exclusive discounts thing and actually make it worth your while. Like, if we could get, like, Steam sale caliber discounts where it's, like, 95%, I doubt that'll happen with Nintendo. Nintendo games never drop in value. I don't think they give them away for that much. But I definitely hope the exclusive values actually make the games more appealing or make the prices more affordable.
I feel like, well, you might be able to. Are you able to change your birthday? Because if you can, you might be able to exploit that in a way.
Not on the Switch, I don't think. I mean, no, I'm pretty sure you can't. Once you make a birth date on a Nintendo account, it can't be changed.
Yeah. Okay.
But if you make multiple accounts and then just pool onto one console, you can just get cheap deals.
But it wouldn't work that way because, of course, one Nintendo account is tied to one system. So
yeah.
It's not like PS4 where you can switch switch accounts.
Well, actually, the Nintendo Switch actually can support a bunch of them. But then like if you lose your Switch, then you lose all your games. That's like 7 different accounts.
I was thinking maybe like $60 games that like Splatoon 2 or ARMS or etc. Maybe during like your birthday they could make it to where they're half off, and then indie games could be like 25% off or something. Because indie games tend to be way cheaper, like $15 or something. Possibly, like Shantae Half Genie Hero is coming, and I think that's going to be like $20. I think so. Maybe they can make that like half off or something. I don't know, but.
And when there are sales on the eShop, it's never really Nintendo games. Like the Nintendo Spring Sale, it's like indie games or DLC for games. It's never really like, or if they are like, I think last year's Spring Sale for the Wii U had Super Smash Bros. 15% off, but after Smash Bros. 4 has been on the Wii U for nearly like 3 years at this point, 15% off is still not that much.
And I just hope that with the Switch, both eShop games and physical games get a significant price drop after a while, like literally every other game company that exists.
True.
Like Fire Emblem Awakening is still $40.
Oh, it hurts me so much because I bought it.
It makes sense because they only made like a certain amount of like copies or something, but like still like come on.
Yeah, it definitely, and because I bought my game digital, but I lost my Nintendo account, so that game's gone now. I can never play that again unless I go out and spend another $49 in Canada.
And like the summer sale that they always have of like Nintendo games and like stuff, and like E3 sales and stuff, they always just like mark games down like, this is probably an exaggeration, but they probably mark it down like 20% off, and that's like the best that they ever do. It's like yeah, it's not that. So hopefully they'll learn that the more you price down the game, the more people will actually buy, and you'll make more profit, even though you would think you would lose more money because you're making it cheaper. But yeah. So any other things you want to mention?
Nope, that wraps up for me.
Okay, then I'll end this discussion here. Hope you all look forward to the Nintendo Switch Online, which is coming in 2016. Or wait, what? It came out
Makes a lot
last
of sense, I think.
year. Yeah, last year. I hope you all look forward to the Nintendo Switch Online, which will be coming out in 2018. And yeah, so this is Photon, over and out.